Okay, folks, this is a video that's going to go into the Add To Takeaway From series. Some of you will enjoy this, some of you will not enjoy this. But I'm going to tell you this. Do you know God does not contradict himself? He doesn't. Nowhere will God ever contradict himself. And I'll tell you, if you have a doctrine that has contradictions in it, I would take a step back and take another look. First off, I'm going to start by saying I'm on my third day without any food, so I'm not on my game. And I'm going to push this until I get an answer. If you guys would like to pray for me, I would really appreciate it. I really need some prayer. There's just one attack that Satan wants. And if he gets his way, there's going to be some bad damage. I want God to have his way. I want to be free from this cup. So I'm going to keep fasting until I get my answer. But I'm just saying I'm not on my game. When the body, I'm 55, guys. When the body doesn't have nutrients, it starts to dwindle. The brain doesn't work correctly. And this is going to be a bad fast on me because I'm going to take it. I took a fast one time. I don't know why I'm sidestepping, but I took a fast one time. I made it 2.5 days going no food, no water, and my body was about dead. I was laying there on my bed. I couldn't move. I was feeling death. I'm going to take this to that part until I get my answer. I'm not starting that way, but I have to have an answer soon. And I like my life. So that's how desperate I am. In any case, back to the contradictions. This again is for the Add To Takeaway From series. What I want you to see, if any of you have followed this channel, you would know, in fact, I'm probably going to put some graphics up. You would know that Revelation chapter 6 and Matthew 24 are identical. The events seen in each chapter are identical to each other. You're watching the same feed. There may be a little bit of information one and the other that it doesn't have, but all the points are the same. So again, I'm going to put some graphics up. I want you all to see it. Some of you have not seen these. You didn't know that Matthew 24 was Revelation chapter 6. And you're thinking, well, why does it even matter? Oh, well, it matters depending on your doctrine. Looking at these particular events, again, I'll keep putting them up there as I think I need them. You'll see that each point is identical all the way down to the sixth seal, which is Matthew 24, verses 29 through 31. They're the same. They're identical, folks. They're identical. Why does it matter? I argued with one man one time, and he was telling me where the rapture was. Now, if you understand that the majority, even pre-trib believers, I think they're missing the contradictions that are there. If you understand that Revelation chapter 6 opens the week as every doctrine I've ever seen believes, the first seal, second seal, third seal, fourth seal, and so on, all the way to the sixth, which is where Matthew 24 ends, the sixth seal and verses 29 through 31 are the same event. If you understand you're in the week there, that you're dealing with Revelation, it's open the week. Everybody concedes to it. Now, there may be somebody out there who doesn't. Isn't there always somebody out there that doesn't? I mean, I don't know. Most doctrines believe this, that you're in the week if you've seen the first seal. You've seen the first horseman. You are in the week. I had one pre-tribber tell me, and I used to believe pre-trib, guys. I know some of you are already running. You guys are already out the door. You don't want to hear what's going to be said. But I'll tell you this. This is the reason why there's going to be a falling away, folks. There's going to be a falling away because we don't want to hear, even if it's true, sometimes we don't want to hear bad news. And I don't know why that is. It's like, I mean, some of you would relate to this if you go to the doctor. The doctor says, I got some bad news. And you say, I don't want to hear it. Not me. No, lay it on me, Doc. I don't care. Just be straight with me. Don't you lie to me. Tell me what it is. If it's, I want to know. Even though I may not really want to hear it, I will, for the sake, because I just have to know. Bad news, good news, I need to know. Don't whitewash it. Don't sugarcoat it. Just give it to me straight. Level with me. One pre-tribber, and I used to believe this. Verse 13 in Matthew 24, that he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved, is what they say the rapture is. But he that endures unto the end, the same shall be saved. Look, I don't hear that. I don't hear a rapture in any of that. I hear that if I endure unto the end, I get to get saved. That's what I hear, folks. I mean, if that's what that's saying there in verse 13, the first issue, first off, I mean, not only can I go finding, I guess I can find the rapture all through the Bible now. There's all kinds of verses that probably would imply the rapture to somebody. That doesn't sound like the rapture to me. It just sounds like if I endure to the end, I get saved. I'm just saying. But the main point is even if that is the rapture, you're in the week. If you understand Matthew 24, again, is identical to Revelation chapter 6, and chapter 6 opens the week, and you're seeing the seals open, that Jesus is explaining the week, the same event, the same timeline. That rapture occurred in the week if that was the rapture. That's the first problem I see. Second problem I see. Again, this is why this is in the Add to, Take Away From series, guys. People sit and sometimes they just take away or ignore or add to. That's this. Verses 29 through 31. Jesus is gathering his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Did you know that? Did you know that? I am told by Pre-trib. Pre-trib says that this is just Jesus' return to earth. This is not a rapture. No, in fact, the only way for you're going to get to heaven, supposedly, is if you are martyred. Did you know that? If you miss the first train, you need to be martyred, beheaded, or martyred in order to get to heaven. That is something that's been, now maybe they're starting to pull it because they don't see that that's true anymore. I really don't know. However, Jesus says, 2 women shall be grinding at the mill, one taken, the other left. 2 shall be in the field, one taken, and the other left. Are you hearing this? That's not martyrdom. Hey, that's not martyrdom, guys. That's not. If all of a sudden 2 people are out there in the field and all of a sudden Joe's left and I'm gone, I don't know how that happened. That was called a rapture. That's why, yeah. So Jesus is gathering his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Problem is, where did just the resurrection go? That's a rapture. So there's another issue right there in that chapter. I don't understand why they say that. You better, if you're a pre-tribber and there's some pre-tribbers that watch this, you might want to actually examine that. I would be looking. If it says 2 are in the field, one's taken, the other left, that's a rapture, folks. And it appears Jesus is gathering his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven into the other. There's no martyrdom there. It sounds like I could just wait it out. As long as I wait it out, I guess that will get me to heaven. I don't have to be beheaded. So that's the next thing. He sends his angels with the great sound of a trumpet. Did you know that? A trumpet, folks. Here is the biggest blatant contradiction that everybody needs to understand. God does not contradict himself. He's not trying to tease you. He's not trying to lie to you. He's speaking truth every single time. We're the ones that blow it. 1 Corinthians 15, verses 51 through 53, but I'm going to give you only 51 and 52. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. In the moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. At the last trump, folks, I want you all agree, everybody, pre, mid, and post believe in 15, chapter 1 Corinthians, verses 51 and 52, Paul, the Apostle Paul, is speaking of the resurrection, the rapture. Nobody disagrees. I've never seen anybody disagree with it. Everybody says that's the rapture. But I want you to catch the point, the impossible, the blatant contradiction in there. In the moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. It's not the last Donald Trump. It's the last trumpet. For the trumpet shall sound. Did you hear that? At the last trumpet. And the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. How is it even possible that Matthew 24, verses 29 through 31, describing again the sixth seal, completely identical, there's a trumpet in there where two women are grinding at the mill, one's taken and the other is left. There's a trumpet there, folks. How's that even possible? If the Apostle Paul says at the last trumpet, that's why it means last, it means there are no others. You hear this. There are no others. So yet in 29 through 31, we have, again, the sixth seal in the week. Obviously, we've witnessed the week. This is in the week. There is a trumpet there while he's gathering his elect from the four winds from one end of heaven to the other. Really? And we have two women grinding at the mill. We got a rapture going on with a trumpet in it. You cannot have the rapture happening prior to, at any point. Not without a blatant, flat-out contradiction. I want you guys to see that. I know it's not pretty. I know you didn't want it. But I'm just trying to be on the level with you. I'm being straight. I'm your doctor. I'm giving it to you straight. There's more on this, and you may want to stick around if you want to see these contradictions. God does not contradict himself. Look for more to come. Till next time, take care and God bless.